Good morning, everyone. Melissa again. Just wanted to come on here and do a quick vlog about some stuff I've been doing recently. If you've watched a couple of my other videos, I'll probably link them in the description or in the cards on the screen. I've kind of been experimenting with a couple different ideas in my head for a story I'm thinking about doing. So yeah, this morning I've been feeling really productive despite the fact that I felt real crap this morning with the whole Candida cleanse thing. Probably gonna talk about that in more detail as this vlog goes on, and I just wanted to kind of come on here and just talk about what I've been doing recently and just give you an idea of what's been going on. I haven't been doing a whole ton of sewing lately. I'm actually staring at a sewing project that I need to start finishing, if that makes any sense, behind the camera right now, and it's just kind of looking at me, judging me silently. But what I've kind of been doing this morning is something I've been doing on and off this entire week, which is basically blocking out the outline of this short story that I actually wanted to write for a little while now. I've always been interested in writing stories and things like that. A lot of people are, but since things in my family life have kind of changed, it kind of opened my eyes that, nothing's promised for tomorrow, kind of like, what the Bible says. Um, yeah, it's kind of been making me reconsider things and doing a whole lot more when it comes to, getting different things done in my life. And one of those is wanting to actually write and illustrate a short story. Now, I have absolutely no idea how long this is going to take, but I do want to, like, kind of chronicle the process and everything. So I thought I'd kind of share with you guys, like, during these, what I'm experimenting with, these week-long vlogs, where I kind of just talk about everything that's going on. I haven't decided if they're going to be specifically for different topics or if it's going to just be an all-in kind of video. Let me know in the comments, I guess, which would be more preferable to you. But from now, moving forward, I'm just going to experiment and see which feels more comfortable. But I do like you guys to give your input and stuff like that, because, this is like a video journal type of thing, but to make it more, I guess, comprehensive, just let me know what you think. So basically what I've been doing all morning, I've been outlining everything in my book. I'm not going to show you it because, I don't want to spoil the story for anyone. But essentially it was, it's probably going to be 2 or maybe 3 books. I haven't decided yet, or maybe it's just going to be a compilation of all the stories in one book. I haven't figured that out. But essentially, how you get in, well, here in English class, at the end of the year for, like, final exams, there's normally, like, the short questions, and then there's, like, the long answer questions, and then there's, like, the essay portion of your BJCs or BGCSEs, and I think, over in the UK, it's the A-levels and O-levels, I think it is, or the GCSEs, and the GCEs, something like that. But, every so often I would have, like, these different story ideas that I would use in the essays, and my mom used to keep all of my essays and, like, different artworks and stuff like that, because she was always encouraging me to do anything constructive, and she always tried to nurture my creative side, just like my dad. He does photography, he did painting, and he got me into graphic design and art and stuff like that. So between the two of them, they kind of always encouraged me to nurture, like, all these different artsy things. So I figured it's past time that I've actually started, like, pursuing this somehow, even though, like, initially it probably won't make me any money, or it won't make me a whole lot of money to begin with, but this is just something that is, like, so heavy in my spirit that I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I'm 30 years old now, and I kind of wanted to be a little bit further on than I am with, like, my creative works and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. So I'm trying to move more into that as time goes on. Now, granted, I know this video started off more as a vlog kind of channel, or, just doing stuff with my hair and talking about Lolita, but I do want to kind of expand into more art stuff, because that's really what I'm passionate about. And, yeah, like, I feel like, this is going to be kind of weird, because as a Christian, I kind of feel like everyone was put on this earth for a reason, and that everyone has, like, different talents. And it's kind of outlined a lot in the Bible, different things like that. I can't remember the exact scripture or anything, but it was basically talking about how, like everyone is blessed with different gifts, and that, you know, people should use their gifts to glorify God in some kind of way. Now, granted, these probably aren't going to be like Christian stories or anything like that, but these are the stories that I feel kind of compelled to tell, kind of thing. And I feel like there's always like those artists who feel like they have to have like some deeper meaning behind their work and stuff like that, and I do feel that way sometimes, but I feel like a lot of the time, like, the part of the ministry is just helping people just get out of their head for like 20-30 minutes to an hour, reading a good story and kind of submerging themselves there for a little while just to relax. And I feel like every now and then people really, really need that. So I'm really excited about this. So far I've got like the basic bare bones of what's supposed to be happening in the story. I haven't started any like scene by scene like outlines or anything like that, or any scripting, because I just really want to get the entire idea down on paper of how I want the story to basically go from start to finish before I actually like really dive in and get into like the nitty-gritty details and stuff like that. So I think that's going to help me when it comes to like prioritizing tasks and planning out, you know, how I want to go about things and to keep the whole project streamlined. And it'll also help me kind of set deadlines, because I've kind of given myself until, I don't know, maybe March next year to kind of figure out like the groundwork of this story, or the stories, as it turns out it'll actually be. And yeah, going back to my initial thought, what ended up happening that inspired these stories was that two of them will actually be based on essays I did when I was in. The first one is from an essay I wrote in like 5th or 6th grade for like our final exams, and then the other one is one that I did probably between 9th and 11th grade or something like that. Not entirely sure. It might have been for 12th grade for the BGCSEs. I can't remember. But essentially, I'm not going to spoil it, but for the longest, like, I've had those stories kind of sitting in my head, kind of turning it over, and I always thought, you know what, this would be a really cool idea for a story to kind of, you know, write as a full item and then kind of maybe illustrate it or something like that. I'm not entirely sure if this would be like a kid's story or a young adult story. I'm not entirely sure how it would be marketed because I haven't finished like writing it yet. But I really enjoyed the concept, and when I thought back to it, the first story and the second story were kind of similar in the fact that, you know, there was this thing that would allow a particular like situation to happen, and then it kind of carries the characters on this like mighty adventure kind of thing. So there was that, and actually, hold on, I had an idea. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I kind of wanted to get that idea out of my head before I forgot about it, because I'm kind of prone to doing that, like just forgetting little bits and details. So yeah, one thing that's kind of been helping me when it came to like outlining my stories and stuff like that is that I got a separate notebook for everything. Because originally I just had like one composition notebook that I would have everything in, like story ideas, YouTube video ideas, vlog posts ideas, different to-do lists, who I owed money, who I've been paying back, how much I owe each person. And this is kind of like not really a planner, but it's just kind of like a brain dump for all of the stuff I want to remember, and every so often I just kind of flip through to kind of see what I've done, check off the things I have done, and kind of move on from there. But I kind of, like, this past couple of weeks, I've kind of been like restructuring what's going on in my brain and kind of try to be a little bit more organized. So I've decided to get 3 separate notebooks. They're all different colors. This is for strictly creative stuff, especially when it comes to my stories specifically. That's for this. This is for like notes taking and stuff like that for an organization I am a part of. And this is going to be for like random bits and bobs throughout the day, reminding myself to like pick up something specific when we're going grocery shopping, or making notes of things I want to do around the house, or reminding myself to fold the clothes that I haven't folded since, you know, last Sunday, kind of things like that. That's kind of what I've been doing to get myself a little bit more organized, and I'm really excited about this whole story thing, and I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to share this content just yet. Like I said, this whole thing is still in the beginning stages, so I'm not 100% sure on anything, but I am very excited to start. In fact, you know, to kind of assist with this whole art, illustration, writing type venture, I actually have something to show you guys. Actually, I'm gonna put in a clip right about here about the new tablet I got. Ooh. Voila! So yeah, I'm really excited about getting my new tablet and getting my workspace set up like I showed in another video, and like I'm really excited about starting the new year off more creatively. So I'm hoping that you're as excited as I am when it comes to all of these new ideas I have coming out. And yeah, I will stop blabbing now and probably see if I can edit this video and do a little bit more brainstorming today before I get too lazy. And to all my old subscribers, thank you so much for, you know, joining me on my channel and, you know, being interested in my journey. You know, hair, makeup, whatever it is, thanks so much for you. For the new people who are just here and you came because of the log tutorials, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy the other content I have on here too. And for my lurkers, much love to you guys too. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video.